you might see me as Kamal Balaa, one of the 22 grade 6 Ashbury College students. But in fact, what you are looking at is a complex living organism made of approximately 60% water. Yep, that's me. This fact alone should remind us of the importance of water for human survival. And we need plenty of it every day. Did you know that the Institute of Medicine recommends that men drink at least 3 liters of water per day, and that women should drink at least 2 liters of water per day? And that's only drinking water. We need water to shower, cook, clean, and so much more. At first glance, you might think that we have nothing to worry about. There is plenty of water to go around. After all, the Earth's surface is covered in 70% water, and there's enough water on Earth to leave a faucet running for 136 trillion years. That's a lot of water. But here's the catch. Animal and plant life are dependent on a specific type of water, fresh water. And out of all the water on Earth, only 3% of that is fresh water. And 2/3 of it is locked up in glaciers and ice caps in the North and South Poles. So that leaves only 1% of the Earth's water as accessible fresh water to support life on this planet. Now that seems like a limited supply for such a precious and vital resource. When it comes to accessible fresh water, Canada is very special, as we house over 20% of the Earth's accessible fresh water in our 5 Great Lakes. Unfortunately, human destruction is the biggest threat to our freshwater resources, as pollution, deforestation, climate change, and urban growth are all threatening our freshwater resources. So how can changing our mind now affect future life on this planet? Here are some actions that all of us can do. Let's start with a simple one. Turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. It's unnecessary to leave the tap on while you're looking in the mirror and brushing your teeth. Position sprinklers to water your lawn and garden, not your driveway or sidewalk. Allow your lawn to go dormant for a few months in the summer. It's okay if you have a few brown patches here and there. They'll go back eventually. Use more water-efficient appliances, such as toilets, shower heads, and dishwashers. And did you ever think of collecting rainwater in rain barrels and then using that water to water your lawn and garden? I actually suggested this to my parents this summer, and they thought that it was a great idea. I think you all get the message, right? Here are some of my personal strategies that I use to save water. I try to take short showers and only use water when necessary. When I go to a restaurant, I don't ask for a second glass of water unless I am planning on drinking it. I turn off the tap while brushing my teeth. I wash my fruits and vegetables in a basin instead of under running water. And I encourage others to save water. For example, at my local swim club, I encourage others to turn off the tap when they are done showering. How hard can that be? A few simple actions can make a huge difference. And I know you might think that this is just a drop in the bucket. But if all of us do our part, then together we can effect change. But what if that's just not enough? The next step is for our countries and governments to take action. Here's one example: agriculture. In most countries around the world, over 70% of its water usage goes towards agriculture to feed the world's population. And our population is growing. By 2050, feeding a population of 9 billion people will require a 50% increase in agriculture and a 15% increase in water usage. So we need to produce enough food to feed 9 billion people without depleting our freshwater resources. That means that what food we grow is very important for future freshwater. Did you know that 1 pound of beef or 4 burgers at Five Guys restaurant is estimated to use over 6,800 liters of water. It takes a lot of water to raise cattle. Governments need to pursue more water efficiency during agricultural practices. For example, water-efficient irrigation systems. Water-efficient irrigation systems provide water to the plant's roots, preventing evaporation, and can save over 80% more water than a regular sprinkler. Future freshwater unavailability is now known as water scarcity. Experts estimate that water scarcity, as the largest global risk, will happen over the next decade. That's not very far away. Here in Canada, we have not directly experienced the consequences of wasting water. So we continue to do it every day. Many of us are very careless about how we use water, and we must change our mind now to protect this precious resource from potentially disappearing and putting all of us in great danger. Unfortunately, some countries around the world have already experienced these water consequences. An example of severe water scarcity is in Cape Town, South Africa. Day zero almost happened in February 2018, where all public water services, such as taps and showers, would be shut down. People would have to go to water stations to fill up their personal jugs and containers. The people of Cape Town went to extreme measures to keep water usage under 50 liters of water per person per day, and eventually 25 liters. Now that might seem like a lot, 50 liters, but let's compare that to the water usage here in Canada. In Canada, the average person uses approximately 350 liters of water per person per day. That's 7 times as much water as we use in Cape Town, and that's enough water to fill 3 large bathtubs. Did you know that the United Nations established a foundation for ensuring water security to both developed and developing nations to safe, sufficient, acceptable, and affordable water for personal and domestic use? So next time you enjoy a nice glass of water, just like I did a few minutes ago, I want you to remember what I said. We must change our mind now to protect this vital resource from disappearing in our fast-changing world. So let's put our minds together to save fresh water. I thank you all for joining me here today, and a special thanks to the Ashbury TED Talk Committee for giving me this opportunity. Merci.